Hello, 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 hello. Papa, can you hear me? Hello. Guys, we here! We here! Finally! Oh my gosh, guys, like I went through like several attempts to be alive today or be live. Yeah, I think after, so stick to the end I'm gonna be committing like a seppuku. You know what seppuku? Guys, we here. We here. Okay, hope you guys can hear me, right? Okay, I assume it's working. So I don't wanna stress out. So, like one test. It might be like kind of weird. Hello? 1, 2, 3 testing. Yes, all right, so I have like has a huge delay in the image and the sound, at least to me. But yeah, finally we here. Welcome, welcome. Bem-vindos, bem-vindos. My name is Marcelo Pelayo and this is Simrace Connection. Today we will be unboxing 3 different items like from Simucube. We're gonna do the base plate, the mounting plate, whatever. And then we're gonna do the passive pedal. And for last, we're gonna leave for last, of course, the best. And we're gonna do like the active pedal. I'm really excited for that. Yesterday I did was yesterday? I think it was yesterday. I did the base, like the Simucube 3 Pro. And like went through like the software, like whatever. But yeah, that's like all the live. So if you guys stick to the end, I'm gonna have a surprise. In the end, I'm gonna committing like a live seppuku. You know what is seppuku? I'm gonna use my wood katana to do that. Be like really painful. So stick to the end, gonna be like really entertaining to watch it. I guess just a joke, like okay, don't call the officials. Just joking, just joking. But yeah, let's start here. Let's start opening this box. That's the box for the base plate. Like a huge box. It's like his measure. Come on. It's measured like 25 inches long, and millimeters is like 630 millimeters. It's like a big box, right? Like this too. Like this in millimeters, like 240. It's like 9 inches and a half by 5 inches and a half in millimeters, like 140 millimeters. Wow, got all the dimensions. So let's start cutting the seal. I'll show you guys this outcoming seal. This kind of the way they tape it. I had I don't know, it's a problem. The Simucube link came looks like used or was dirty. I don't know, like from the factory. But the people from Simucube is being really nice and communicative, and they are taking care of the problem. So I'm not worried about it. Just hope everything goes well. So let's open it like this here, so you guys be the first to see it. Wow, like a piece of styrofoam. Let's move it on. So what do you got here? Like the instructions, like to put it together. So I don't know how I'm gonna feel to the end of this stream here. If I feel like I'm gonna do that live, so you guys can stick it out, have nothing to do, you know, when I watch me like putting this together, be like really fun. So yeah, so here's like the base plate that really look like the one I have from my Trak racer, the TR160. So here's this part, and under we have like a piece aluminum profile. Looks kind of pretty thin compared like to other stuff, but looks like really nice. Have like these indentations here. Let me get my caliper. My calipers here. Yeah. Zero. Let's see how thick it is. So it's like 160 millimeters thick. Looks really nice. Let's take out the plastic. And like I don't know, like for like Simucube prices, this plate here is a really good price. I think it's not bad. Looks nice. The back part looks all closed. Don't have like no channels. Like the inside looks kind of shiny, aluminum. Looks pretty. You know, it's not like, again, it's not bad price. If I recall right, it's under $300. And like, you know, like some stuff can get like kind of pricey. Like adapter, like $100. So like something like 260, I don't know, for this here. It's not bad. So it's like the plate. So that's like another piece, just like the one I show you guys. So I have one more coming. Like, it's really nice the way it's packaged. Have all the styrofoam like protecting, like so nothing gonna get like kind of scratch. It's like all like a wrap, and it's kind of plasticky here. It's all like nice and sealed. That will be like the side ones, right? So we have two of these. Then we have in here like a small one. It's like again, and like feels nice, you know, like for be like aluminum, like the ends, like it's nothing like kind of sharp. It's nice. Feels nice. Really good quality. I like when you know, find like things like it's good quality. It's like again, like it's 160 millimeters this way. Like here's 40. It's nice. Okay. See what else we have in here. Then we have like the hardware, like a bag coming like inside of this thing here, and they provide like some Allen keys and the nuts, like with spring nuts. You guys know all that. So nice. Something else inside? No. So let's put this like back real quick in here. Like I say, depending how I feel, I'm gonna go ahead and put this together. Because, you know, to go ahead and finish the mounting everything in here. Wanna mess things up. Just gonna leave like just like this for now. Take this out of the way. It's like it's not much room in here. It's like everything like so tight. Now stick with me. I'm coming back. Don't go anywhere. Nice. Okay. So the next one gonna be, I think, the passive pedal. The passive pedal looks like pretty cool in my opinion. I like it. I think it looks cool. Let's start open this guy here and find out what's inside. Yeah, here's a co-pedal manufacturer. Wow, was like in, okay, June 23rd. They just made it. It's coming from China, believe it. I thought it was like from Estonia, but this here seems to be like made in China. Okay. So everything's made in China, right? Cool. Okay, so what we have in here, we have another box inside of the box. Okay, nice. So we have like another box. It seems to be like a really nice one. Yeah, the how feel like really nice. You guys can take a look. Like down. This. This is like what? It's like a sleeve. Yeah. So this pedal here, if I remember correct, you can use as a throttle or a clutch. I think it comes already as a throttle, but easily you can like modify to a clutch. It's a pretty cool design. So you have like a part in here you can like modify. Yeah, the box looks pretty cool, right? Simucube, good job, Simucube. And like this part here is magnetic. Nice. You may have like a part here, like easy like to dig this out. Like somebody's thinking when they are doing stuff. Okay, let's see what we have in here. So a little tiny manual, like a quick start. Like a quick start. Then we have this like nice Allen key. It's like the round one. It's kind of nice to grab it. Nice. Thank you, Simucube. Guys, nice to send these extra things here. And what else? It's like some bolts, I guess. So I'm sorry, guys. I was trying like to set it up like my other camera, like from my phone. And if I connect the phone, like the battery goes drain like pretty quickly. So I have to have the phone. Oh, I kind of was dumb. Because you know what? Never mind. Yeah, you know, like you have to connect the microphone, like a receiver or transmitter in the same plug as you plug the power. But I just couldn't like just connect the other power instead of like the one plug in the back. I just was thinking, I think. Yeah, but whatever. So better. I'm using like OBS. I think it's better anyways. But so like inside the box now. So we have here like the clutch piece. It's like it's really nice, made of like a aluminum. Probably like CNC, I bet. I used to work like in CNC too before. We made a dildos. I made a lot of dildo in the CNC. It's like everything comes perfect, and then that goes like to the customization, and depend what the customs want. But yeah, I work in CNC before. So you have like this spring here, and I think that spring is if you choose to use the clutch, you're gonna switch from the one is already installed to this here. We have here the Ethernet cable. Then we're gonna have this other piece. This is the piece I was talking about. Like you can like switch from the other one, and then like that makes the same pedal change the function from throttle to be a clutch, and like you know, vice versa. It's like a clever idea, right? Just like switch like a piece, you know, change the plate, change the spring, you have like a brand new pedal. What else we have here? We have like this tool. Things like to change the pressure in the back. You're gonna be looking there like in a moment. And finally the pedal. Look at that, guys. It's really nice. It's beautiful. Wow. Wow, nice. It's like now, sorry, like I have like the Fanatec V3, believe it, like I have that like for 4 years. Yeah, I never switch, you know, like I always like, oh, you know, like back then it was like a nice pedal, and then like came, you know, like, oh, resin valves, like, oh, it's like pretty expensive. And like, you know, you wait, like the price goes down, and then they come in like, I don't know, like a different pedal, different brand. And I just keep like waiting. And like when first I saw like the ActivePedals, I say that's it. That's the one I wanted. And then like the price, like, oh my God, like still like the price like very expensive. Thanks Simucube for saying to me. But yeah, definitely that's like my dream pedal. And when I first saw this here, I says like, you know what? I think I like better the other one. You know, the other passive throttle, like they have like Simucube have the older one. But no, this here is nice, and like, you know, like the design, the way they went in here, this kind of like really matches the match the ActivePedal, and yeah, goes well. Like everything goes well with the bass, you know, everything matches it. You have the choice here, like, you know, you can get the ActivePedal, but instead, like, you buy this here, you can buy a resin belt. Like, gonna work, I think, in the software, gonna be like the same thing. You connect to the look, here's the tool, like, so you kind of lose this here. So I think you just like pull this thing here gonna get loose. You take this other pin out, then like you remove this pin here to get this part. It's gonna come down. You can like adjust to the plate. Just kind of lose it here, and like can go up and down. For now, you know what? I'm gonna just leave the way it is and just try the way it is and see and go from there, you know. They probably like have that done good from the first place. So it's like the letters here, like Simucube, it's kind of like embossed. It's not like kind of, you know, just painted. It's kind of embossed. So like when the CNC did the cut, like kind of make kind of deeper, and like I don't know if that's painted how they got that. Yeah, I have like a texture. It's like really cool. Yeah, I like it. And like, yeah, it's pretty. Even it's like for like a brake pedal, it's not bad. It's like it's nice, really nice. I think. What do you guys think? Leave in the comments. I want to know in the comments, what do you think? Definitely, I'm gonna put the base plate together because yeah, I wanna get these things going in my cockpit. I wanna get these things going in the cockpit for real. So let me put this thing back. So guys happy with this here? Wanna see something more? Look at the bottom. See the bottom part. Let me try to squeeze it. Like when we squeeze it, it's coming. See, like a pin coming out. Nice. Here I have like another adjustment too. Yeah, I have a series of adjustments here. You can make like to your like. Nice, really nice. Like the packaging is absurd cool. The pedal looks like really good. It's nice to have the choice to you know, the same pedal you can use as clutch or throttle. I don't know like what I want to do, like maybe like, you know, get another ActivePedal. I don't know. What do you guys think? You think you need it? I really don't use like a clutch. I like to have like one of those BH, you know, like the nice shifter, the British one. Yeah, if I got one of those, like it's nice to have like a nice clutch. But for now, like just the brake and the throttle will work fine. And also too, like the Moza active shifter, it's kind of cool. Have to think about it. But okay, so that was the passive. Let me move this box out of the way too. Yeah, really nice. Good job, Simucube. You know, like what guys have to think, like, you know, you can get like nice pedals, like for like, I don't know, 300 bucks, you know, like Syntec or Samsung, something like that. You know, it's gonna be really good, I think, you know, but it's different quality, you know. It's have like a reason why it's more expensive, you know. It's like the research they put it, like you know, it's like a lot of stuff we don't know, but goes to the, you know, and that goes to the price. But look me, I have like this the Fanatec, you know, the V3. They just recently came with the new pedals. So, you know, like when they do something like nice like that, really lasts long, you know, like I'm gonna be faster, I don't know, you know, maybe, but it's about the experience, like, you know, it's like something gonna make me like really happy, I swear. I'm like really thankful for that. So you guys ready for the ActivePedal? I am. So that's the box. So I guess gonna be like the same thing, gonna be a box. Inside gonna have like the case, I guess, like the base. This is my knife. Oh, it's already open. I did not open that. Hopefully it's not again Simucube. Hopefully they didn't send like an open package, especially the ActivePedal. Anyways. Oh, wow, look. It's like the nice one. Okay, let me see. Like that, I guess. This thing here is heavy, guys. It's kind of awkward. I don't have much room here, like just to toss stuff around, you know, like you see people doing. So I have to put it back together. I'm sorry for wasting our time, but you know, that's like a real life. Okay. So here say ActivePedal, like primary set US. And that one was the origin say Estonia. So like the ActivePedal came from Estonia, the passive pedal came from China. That does really matter. I like what matter. Like for the guy from Estonia made it or the Chinese guy made it. Doesn't matter, right? Matter like the control, the quality control. So like this case, like really similar case. I don't know if I should have called that case, but like very similar to the base. I don't know how called this material here. It's like kind of like a rubbery styrofoam. I don't know. And like the Simucube letters like embossed. here, let's review. Nothing. That's pretty. Okay. I think I had a seal in here. Whoa. Whoa. Check this out. Yeah. It's like the first look looks really cool. You know, they have like, that is the Ultimate pedal. They also have one called the Pro. The Pro and the Active, I don't know, like have like a pretty substantial difference in price. But this one here definitely, in my opinion, looks nicer. I think for like the brake, I say like, you know, get this one here. Maybe if you want another Active, instead you get this here, then you get the Pro for whatever you wanted, you know, and like the passive and the passive, you know, like the chun chun chun. All three gonna look like really nice together. But yeah, that definitely, I think for the brake, you wanna get that for the brake. Oh look, I have like another another link. So now I have two links. Just like, and it seems like the same thing like to the other. So that might be like a production thing. I don't know if you guys gonna be able to see it. But I have like kind of like a smudge, like a, it's like kind of, I don't know, like a glue or something, like a residue. But looks like new. So that's the link box. Here we have like some stickers. I like the colors, like the orange, like I have it too. It's like orange, like my favorite color. I think that's the why I like the Simucube stuff. So we have like this manual here. I'm gonna be taking a look like later. What else? What is this here? Here I have like a Allen key. Or like, no, it's like a different bit. Look like a star. Anything else gonna fall? No. So I think that's the way they do that. Cause like I was like kind of complaining about like the Simucube, the link. I don't wanna get now, like, because I got like a lot of crap in the top in there, but the box came kind of like sealed like this way here, like, you know, I don't know if you guys can see, you know, like a regular tape. But I think that's the way they do stuff. Right? Cut it off. I know it's fine for this kind of box here, like, you know, for the bolts, but not for like the main stuff. Yeah, I have like another Allen key inside in here. Have like this it's like a Velcro thing, it's like a sandwich in here, like with like a piece of tape, like a adhesive, like both sides, like this. Thing like for stick this here. I don't know. I don't know how I'm gonna do to my cable management, but I'm gonna have to be smart how to do that so I don't create the EMI problem crap. Make things goes weird. I'm drinking water. What do you guys like to drink to hydrate? Drop in the comments. Okay. So then we have here like this massive power brick here. Like it's really nice quality, right? It's really nice. It's pretty big and beefy. Looks nice. Then we have okay. Then we have here this Ethernet cable for the link, and I think from the link to the back the pedal. Here I have like the power cord, because this one here say US, you know, like, so you have like a US like a power cord. Like my base, like when I was unboxing first, I got like a different plug. I said, well, I have like the, you know, the converter thing, but they had a both in there. But this here thing they make exceptional for US. So here we have a mini USB and like a regular USB, USB-U. And then finally the pedal. Let me see. It's like, it's nice the way they pack stuff, because nothing kind of loose inside. It's like really snuggle. I don't care, it's kind of like a little difficult to remove it, but it's completely protected during transportation. Like, it's pretty heavy, guys. This case down here, yes. So yeah, look that. Look awesome. So here's the back, the connectors you have in the back. Try to move this here. I'm sorry, like I have this curiosity. Okay. Feels nice. So inside they have like, I don't know like how they call this, like a ball screw or something like that, ball screw. If you guys know, like put in the comment section. So you have like kind of it's like, yeah, it's a piece of acrylic. So I don't know if you guys gonna be able to see inside in there, but yeah. Here you can see like the screw inside. I forgot how you call this here, but yeah, what kind of calculates the pressure? What called this thing? Like, I forgot. So all this here is like nice, guys. Like, it's all aluminum, anodized. The plate looks nice too. Feels nice. That's like similar to the one came like for the throttle. No, the clutch. Is the bottom part. Wow, looks cool. Looks really cool, right? Should I like let me get the other one, like this, to put it like side by side. Just take this crap out of here real quick. Be like a huge mess. It goes back like that. Nice, I have two links, I guess. If one not good, I have already. Simucube, guys, all set, because I have a two now. Okay. And don't remember what that was. Let's put it here for now. It's not coming back inside this box. It's going to stay out because it's going to go to the plate. From the plate to my scene rig. I can't wait to test it. Nice. So give him like a moment. I go get the other one back. There you are. Yeah, now it feels tiny and real light compared to the other one. But here, how they look like. Let's see if we put it like side by side. So just so you guys know, that's like the third time I've been doing this live video. I kind of like it. It's kind of easier to make it instead of like make like a regular video. Like regular video, like it's like a lot of work. But you know, like this here is like no narrative. Like the narrative is creating as the video is going, and like sometimes things happen. Like, you know, it's like it's alive. You know, you cannot control stuff. But yeah, what do you guys think? Like, look nice? See the difference? Like what? It's good, like 6 inches, like, you know, like millimeters. How much? Let's see. Instead of go from this part like you regulate it, I'm gonna go like from the aluminum part here, like the flat and flat, and looks like 130 millimeters, and it's like 5.25 longer, something like that. But still, this here is like a big freaking pedal, but this here is huge. This is the total size in inches. How long it is? Like 16 inches, guys, you believe it? And like this way here, like 2 3/4, like the top, the bottom is like a little longer. The bottom part is like 3 7/8. It's like the bottom part in here. But yeah, it's nice, look nice, it's pretty heavy. And let's see how much, how much weights. I like to check this stuff. And we're gonna check first like in pounds. So first in pounds, the ActivePedal. The ActivePedal is like 12 pounds and 14 ounces. The passive is 3 pounds and 9 ounces. Well, let's check in. Oh. Let's check in kilos. Like, let's start from the passive. Is like 1 kilo and 636 grams. And let's check the active. It's like 5 kilos and 86 grams. I don't know, let's maybe weight like this way here. Yeah, same thing. Of course, Rory. Duh. Wow, look nice, guys. What you guys think? You know what? Let's do like something like real quick in here. Let's connect these guys here like to the I'm gonna connect to the power, and and connect to the Simucube tuner. So let me first let me find here the software. Simucube tuner. So I don't know if you guys are gonna be able to see it. Maybe I have to do more. This light. Slow down. So I know it's better. What does it look like, right? What is this reflection? Okay. So I'm gonna need a power brick. Yeah, I just like I don't like it's gonna be like another cable management here. Like to get this stuff. So let's see. Here I have like two. So I have like a power in, power out. So obvious that's power in. So if I had another one like this here, or like maybe the Pro, use just like a small cable, so we just power from this to the next one, like a rose chain or something like that. Then we connect this Ethernet cable to the link. The link we connect to the PC via USB. The Simucube say is like an old technology, and they say it's like it's not like really good, whatever. But still, the how goes connected. Oh, also too, you know, say, you know, like the link, you have just like one of these here, right? Like just one input. But say, for example, now I have like a Simucube base too, and like I need to use the link. So how I do that, right? So I'm gonna show you guys how. You're gonna need one of these here. This guy here called Teltonika. It's kind of, I don't know, like a hub. Like have a like coming is like a another power, and that's the piece. So I think you connect. Okay, so here's the power. So like you're gonna connect to one of these here. So like one's probably like in, the rest is out. I think, right? So then you can have like more devices. So if you have more than, you know, the pedals, you have like the base too. Or if you have a base and you want to buy the pedal, you're gonna need. I don't think you need to buy like exactly the same, but that's the one like Simucube have in their website. So called Teltonika Networks. I'm gonna have all these like in the description, and again, like you just go on the Simucube website and you can check it out too. But that, yeah, you're gonna need one of these here to connect everything else, or I'm gonna have to use this here. For some reason, like once you take things out of the box, it's impossible to put it back. Okay. Okay, so like now I connect behind in here like the power, Then the Ethernet here to the link. This here you need a, of course, you're gonna need connected, right? You have like a connection right there. Yeah, and I have like the connection here behind you. I need to get the cable. Just one moment. So that is cable here. It's nice, like one side's kind of L shape. So I assume the L shape goes to the side, right? So this one gonna go here. And this we connect on the back. Say pedal 1 and pedal 2, and I think obviously is gonna be like pedal 1, right? Have like another thing here called like adapter. Maybe that's like if you use the Rosenfeld, that where you plug. I need to check it out. So then like the brake, we're gonna connect it to the power. Whatever. A lot of connections, right? Simrace connection. That's the Wise Race connection? No, kidding. So then connect to the power. He like makes some like a noise here. What else are we gonna need? And then like the USB cable. It's maybe like this. Okay. Oh. Where is the here? Okay. Are you kidding me? Okay. I don't know what's like giving these reflections. Okay, so now we're gonna connect the mini USB to the link. I'm gonna need like this little adapter because my laptop doesn't have, just have like mini USB connection. So and like the pedal have like two like a power thing behind in here. So I don't know if I need to like turn it on. So I can get this more cinematic. Okay, let's get this unfold. Okay. better. Okay, so now, you know what? I didn't thought it, but I should have do now. If I do that, I have to go like behind my cockpit, like to the other PC. Gonna be pain in the ass to do that. I'm gonna make another video. This is just like a live video, like like unboxing, first impression. Like I'm very impressive. What do you guys think? Right now it's like it's really solid. I cannot move it. So let's yeah. So the power was on. I shut it off. So like the link like kind of lights up too. Put it maybe like this in the side. What do you guys think? So that's connected. And let me go around. Very dangerous, Marcelo. Yeah, you guys can see shit, I think. Why it looks so white like this? Hold on, let me turn some lights off. So like on like a video I wanna do like kind of like make like as soon as possible is the Groovy lights for the cockpit. It's like this new plugin, like a guy called Bruno Silva, Cockpit. Forgot, like it's it's like it's really easy, So I use these Groovy lights in my cockpit. It's like in the scene hub, like if the other way, like to set it up, like the ambient lights was like pain in the ass, but this new plugin is really nice. Used to be free, but now it's like costs like 15 euros. I think you have like 6 days to try, and like if you like it, you buy. I bought it. It's like pretty cool, and you set it up once and work for every cockpit, like every car. It's kind of gonna be like different, right? So like gonna work for every car. So let me shut off these Groovy lights. Maybe like gonna help. Let's see. Still not right. Where is this light coming from? Maybe it's just too much bright in here. Yeah. Okay. Better, right? I put it like brighter. Thought I like gonna like kind of fight the other lights. Let me shut it off. These other ceiling lights maybe make better. Shut off the one behind. Uh,